It's time for the Manhattan Pizza postgame show on the Gameday Broadcast Network. Manhattan Pizza, serving the best dang pizza in town. Now let's rejoin the broadcast team on the Gameday Broadcast Network.
And we welcome you back here to the Manhattan Pizza postgame show. Andy Hayes, George Khalsa, 6-3 the final score today. The Freedom Eagles took the lead in the fifth inning, and they were able to come back and hold on here in this one. Stonebridge controlled the game for the most part early on, but they were unable, George, to capitalize on several mistakes that they made and any mistakes that Freedom made. Let's go back to the third inning of play, and we'll watch some of the highlights here. This one was certainly looking like a Stonebridge game to have here. Wouldn't you say, George? They were right there.
Yeah, it looked like it was their game to win, but this is now the second time I've seen Freedom this season, and one thing you got to say about them is that when the other team makes a mistake, they make it hurt, and they've done this 2 times now, so they're, what, 8-1 now. They're number 3 in the in your poll, and we had no idea that they would be this high. But if they continue to win games, they're going to stay at the top of the heap.
2-1 at this point, the ball game here, and Stonebridge applying the pressure. There was a fielding mistake by the Eagles that pushed the game back to 3-1. Freedom would answer back to make it 3-2, and it was a throwing error here that helped lead to that. Again, we said in the ball game that, you know, what the keys to victory today, one of them was you can't beat the Bad News Bulldogs, which what that meant is that they've been tossing the ball around the yard and not taking care of the baseball. And we saw that in the latter half of the innings here in this game that really allowed Freedom to capitalize and grab the lead. And Freedom, on the flip side, only had 1 error today. So they did not make those same mistakes, George.
No, they made one in the first inning on an overthrow to third base after a triple by Jake Kuzbel, and he scored on his triple. But that was their only. Not only did they not make mistakes, a couple of very good fielding plays. The game ended on a double play. Gurjit Singh caught a line drive, made the throw across the diamond to double up Jake Kuzbel, who had been hit by the pitch. But earlier in the game, I don't know if we'll see it on the replay, Kevin Wright picked up a bunt with a man on first, threw it to second, and the double play was completed.
I'll tell you what.
There's an overthrow, and a couple of runs scored.
Right, another big mistake that led to some change on the scoreboard there. It's a nice double by Ty Pacherki. Knocked it out in the left field fence area down there. That was one of the best hits of the night for the Stonebridge Bulldogs. Fact is, you got to do the little things to win games, and right now, Freedom's doing that. Stonebridge is struggling with that part of the ball game.
From what I've seen, Freedom and Stonebridge hitting equal, pitching equal, fielding advantage Freedom.
Well, right now we're going to be joined here by the winning pitcher today, Kyle Wright. And Kyle, good to have you alongside here for our post-game show. Talk about this win and how it unfolded for you today.
Well, it was just a great win for the program, coming yesterday off of a first loss to Battlefield. Great opponent. We knew we were going to have a tough time here at Stonebridge away. It was good to just come out and pitch great. Haven't had a starting pitching appearance since probably 12U baseball, so it was good to come out here and pitch pretty well.
Show some highlights while we talk to you here. You were also feeling it at the plate. George was talking about it. Hard to get you out today. It's just one of those days for you, man. It was a right kind of day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just everything felt pretty good and could see the ball pretty well. So.
Well, a tough game last night for you guys against Battlefield. What's the one thing you were happy to see your team do today and the way they responded in this win?
Well, honestly, Battlefield's a great opponent, like I said, and it was just great to come back because it was our first loss, like I said. So Stonebridge, quality opponent. It was good to come out here and have some adversity going down 2-3-0. And I'm really happy for my team. It was great having them behind me. All year we've had a great defense. I know it's tough being Kevin D and being up the middle and me pitching, things having to change up in the middle infield, but everybody did a great job behind me and just great win for the team.
Well, congratulations. Great job today. Go enjoy the win, man. We'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Kyle Wright, our winning pitcher, as we go back and check out some more of the highlights here in the 5th inning. We just showed you this one. This was a ball that got by the right fielder for a double, George, and so we wait to talk to Coach Treon here in a moment.
And you know, I'd like to ask Coach Treon what he thinks about Kyle picking up 2 bunts and throwing to try and get the lead runner, and he was successful both times. One was a double play. I don't know if Coach Treon was gritting his teeth during those. But, you know, you have to let your athletes make plays, too.
Well, the fact is that this one kind of got away from Stonebridge late, and you could see some of the frustration tonight with Coach Plank with his guys out there with the way they were struggling with the defensive side of the game. But, you know, they'll get it figured out. There's no question about that. We're going to join Jason Treon, the head coach here of the Freedom Eagles. And, Jason, congrats again. Big win for you, 6-3. And you were kind of hoping to see what your team would have as an answer after dropping that game last night. Your thoughts on the game tonight?
Yeah, today was a big opportunity to see how we would respond to a little bit of adversity we ran to last night with the quality Battlefield team. So we come out the next day and a team that's very similar in Stonebridge, perennial power in the northern region. It's well coached by Sam Plank, Sean Griffin, the rest of their staff. So, you know, I was excited about the opportunity to see how we would respond, and the boys definitely responded as a unit.
Oh, we're showing some highlights here. Later innings, you guys took care of the baseball. Were able to close this one out. Today, Kyle Wright, talk about him. He was phenomenal, wasn't he?
Yeah, Kyle came out and pounded the zone, pitched to contact, made plays behind him. You know, we like to keep him in the middle, but being a non-league game today, like to give him the opportunity to get on the bump and, you know, give us some innings. And, you know, he pitched well and kept his pitch count down and, you know, allows us to scrap some runs out for him and play the game the way we're accustomed to.
Jason, we kind of, I guess, phrased it a little bit here about your team. It's a blue-collar team. They don't wow you with home runs and stuff like that, but you guys find ways to manufacture runs and win ball games. That's got to be something you're very proud about.
Yeah, we're not the type of team that's going to gap it up. We do have a few guys that can, but that's not really our game. We're going to have to manufacture things any way we can and try to create. So that's kind of our you know, our mantra, and you know, we got to keep doing that and get better at it as the season goes along as well.
Zach Newell came in, helped close this thing down for you here. What's the one thing you walk away from this game feeling good about, and the one thing you want to see your team improve upon?
Well, I feel real good about our two-strike approach at the plate tonight. We struggled with that early on in the season, taking too many borderline pitches, but you know, now we've changed our approach with 2 strikes and you know, kind of elongated at bats, and you know, Zach to come in and close the game out. You know, he's been great for us on the mound all year. So he'll get the ball Friday. Today was more of a tune-up for him. Play ASHBURN on Friday.
All right, buddy. Congratulations. Another good win for you, Jason. We'll see you soon.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hayes.
All right, Jason Treon here, the head coach of the Freedom Eagles. And our final score here today, 6-3. That concludes our Manhattan Pizza postgame report. For George Khalsa, Aline Shane, Emily Votrbeck, and Marnie Malin, I'm Andy Hayes signing out here from Ashburn, Virginia. We'll see you next time here on the Game Day Broadcast Network.